I'm ready. I'm just recording this. I'm recording this for posterity because the second show didn't record. I'm gonna record this too. No, do you want to use my phone? No, do you want to use my phone to record this? It's my phone. Hold on. I got it on Facebook. Okay, I'm gonna be holding this. Here we go. This is gonna go on Facebook. Yeah, this is go Facebook Live. There's the beginning of our intro. Hello and welcome to Frack The Canon second taping because the first one didn't record, and for posterity, I'm doing it on my phone. We're going Facebook Live. So this is hello to the crew out there so they can see everyone's. I don't know why it froze. There we go. But here we go. We're live. Second taping. CJ, what's up? How you doing, bro?
What they do.
You know?
What they do.
How you doing, CJ? So, are you happy to do a second taping of the show again? It was first one was gold.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I'm super happy, and I'm mostly sober. So.
Mostly sober. Good.
Yeah.
So, what we're gonna do this episode, we're going to be talking. So I was talking to my face too much. I do. It's a nervous tick. I don't care. Judge me all if you want.
I am.
I know you are. I know you are, CJ. So here we go. What are they going to do? Oh yeah, I want to blame Jon Helmholz for not being here, for flaking out on us to be on his friend's engagement party. I told him a week in advance. He got 24 hours notice, and he ditched us. So Jon Helmholz, I hate you. No, I'm just kidding. So this time, we're talking about Civil War. We got a clip of Civil War. Please roll that clip. CJ, what's up, brah?
In 5 days.
Clip, please. There's my beautiful face.
You know what's about to happen.
The wait is over.
You want to see something cool?
I got you viewers.
You ready? Right behind you. It's the single greatest superhero movie ever made.
Time to take the gloves off. I could do this all day.
Captain America's.
And we are back. So I'm going live just for funsies. Civil War, CJ, what did you think? Again. Oh, I put you at the floor.
I thought Civil War was freaking awesome, dude. It's still not my favorite Marvel movie to date, but it's right up there, man. I reorganized my top 5 list, and Civil War is now my number 2 top 5 Marvel movies. That's behind number 1, which is also a Captain America movie, The Winter Soldier. I still feel like The Winter Soldier is by far the best acted, story told, paced Marvel movie to date. But I really like Civil War. I really like what they did with it. They had so many characters and they balanced it so well. And in a story that was told well as well. And I could say well at least one more time. So what I'm going to do is say that Civil War is my second favorite Marvel movie to end my book report.
Second favorite Marvel movie? Okay. So on our Facebook Live, we got 3 viewers, CJ. 3 viewers.
Hey.
So maybe we go live next time. That was where we're recording. You know?
Nice. I know. We only have 1 viewer when we post it.
Yeah, it's Jeremy. What up, Jeremy? How you doing? What's up, buddy?
Cardiff?
What's up, Cardiff? We're doing a show. I'm sorry it's late again, but that's how we do on FTC. Where was I? So, Civil War. I liked it. You liked it. We had qualms. We had problems with it. What was your problem, CJ?
Problem with Civil War? I don't know. I don't have a lot of problems with Civil War. One issue that I kind of have but didn't really have was the villain, right? Okay, so Zemo. It's been out for a month. I've been kind of reading reviews and been, checking out what people's comments and what they had to say about Baron Zemo, right? Now, I like Baron Zemo in the comics. He may have an ugly outfit, but, so do most people. But I like the character of Zemo. Yeah, I think he's a good villain. He's a brilliant tactician, and who cares what else he is? He fights back. He fights heroes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I feel like if you're a Zemo fan, if you're a comic book fan, and you like Baron Zemo, and you like Marvel, you would probably be just I can't take you right now. You would probably be just as pissed at their portrayal of Zemo as you were at the portrayal of Mandarin in Iron Man 3.
And as I said the first time, I love Mandarin. I love Trevor. I love Ben Kingsley being like, hello, my name's Trevor. I'm an actor. I thought that was awesome. I don't know why people hated that. No one really cared about the Mandarin anyway, so why were people bitching about that in the first place? You know?
No, I know. And I totally agree with you. I actually really like what they did with the Mandarin.
Yeah. So you
but at the
Marvel
same time, I'm not a huge Mandarin fan. You know what I mean? But I think they took a character that doesn't translate well into modern day continuity and made it work for what it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to make Mandarin work without being just a random stereotype. Even if he wasn't called the Mandarin and he wasn't an Asian dude, like, he's still just random terrorist A, right? You know what I mean? Like, you can't. It's hard to make that work.
But do you think?
I think that they did a good job with that.
But do you think they made him an English guy, a white guy, to avoid the whole evil Asian thing? Like, that's the whole controversy right now with what's her face, Tilda Swinton with Doctor Strange, is that the Asian was an Asian guy, but now we have a white British lady playing him. You think that's kind of a why they're doing that? Why do you think Marvel's doing that? Why is Marvel racist against Asians, CJ?
I just think that race issues are a sensitive subject, and at some point you can't win for losing. And now, don't get me wrong, I don't want to be like one of those guys that's like, oh no, racism doesn't exist. It totally does. It's a word for a reason. Right? But at the same time, like, I don't. But at the same time, like, there are some situations where it's like, you know what, you can't win for losing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're always gonna do something to piss somebody off. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Renee, I don't like the look of your glasses. So that pisses me off. But you need those glasses to see. You know what I mean? You can't just make me happy and be blind and, like, you know, walk into cameras and stuff. You like that? You know what I mean? Like, but at some point, you know, you have to realize you can't make everybody happy. And I think these movie makers, you know, when they're dealing with comic book fans like us, like the loudest group on the internet, it takes a degree of patience and, you know, and a degree of chutzpah, if you will,
chutzpah,
to
you say.
deal with people like us. You know,
it's cool we have no social graces. That's why we can't get girlfriends. I don't know. Well, that's not me. I don't know about you, CJ. Well, you told me about last weekend. Sounds pretty nice. I'll keep between you and I.
So we're gonna move on from that subject.
Alrighty. So let's get to talk about why we're here. Civil War. Jeremy, this is for you. What did you think? There's Civil War. There's the poster. Team Cap, Team Iron Man. So the story is that for all the fans for all the people who haven't seen it, what's wrong with you guys? It's been up for a month. You know, get a life, or don't get a life. Maybe that's why I haven't. Anyway, there is the collateral damage with the Avengers mission, and the government steps in to say, all right, the Avengers need to be responsible to somebody. And Iron Man says, yes, let's do it. And then Team Cap has his people, Falcon, Ant-Man, Hawkeye, Bucky, Scarlet Witch, and that's it, right? That's all Team Cap?
Yeah.
What did you think? I liked it. Like I said, mine is Winter Soldier, Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers: Age of Ultron, and then the rest. The kind of, I don't remember right now very well, but we did this the first time. You should go watch the first one, the first taping. Oh, that's right. It doesn't exist.
Okay, so here's the question.
Yeah.
What the poster says. Whose side are you on?
Whose side am I on? Are you asking me or the audience?
Cool. Yeah, that's the question. The audience can't answer me right now.
Okay.
You can.
Okay. Whose side am I on? I think I'm Team Cap. To be honest with you. I mean.
Hello, is this thing on?
Yeah. Who is this?
Is this thing on? Oh, this is President Bill Clinton, and I'm here to get campaigning for Hillary Clinton in California. And remember, so I just want to say, on June 7th, remember to vote, and remember to vote for Hillary Clinton. But I just called in to just address CJ's question about which side are you on. And the way I'm looking at it is, you really should be on the side of keeping America safe and preserving the American dream. And we just can't let these people, these terrorists, just run wild and crazy. Am I right, CJ?
You know, I think you're absolutely right, Mr. Clinton. I think you're absolutely right.
But and see, the thing is, which side is keeping America safe? Team Captain America or Team Iron Man?
Team Cap, obviously.
Well, Team Iron Man, obviously.
What? Say what?
Are you sure, René? Because that Team Captain America reminds me a little bit about those Tea Party crazy people. You know what I mean? And
You mean the Boston Tea Party? The ones who gave us, who started the American Revolution, Mr. President?
Oh, no.
Are you unpatriotic? Is that what you're saying?
Those people that are pawns of the evil millionaire, that Baron Zemo. Come on, can't you see that that's just an allegory for the most biggest threat to America, Donald Trump?
It was funny the first time around, but let's continue. Let's do this again.
Oh, man, he's got tiny hands. You can't trust anybody with tiny hands and an orange tan. Even though, I have nothing against people of color, but that's not. I'm sorry, you should be proud of who you are. Don't try to be like anybody else that you're not. What are you, Rachel Dolezal or something like that? Or some guy that pretends to be a woman? Oh, sorry.
Whoa, Mr. President. Whoa.
Hey, back in my day, if I went into a woman's bathroom, I would have been impeached before you could have said Kathleen Willie.
I don't get that reference. With Kathleen Willie.
But anyways, I'll just say, at least for the movie, just equate superpowers to guns, and that'll explain everything.
All right, but before you go, Mr. President, whose side would the Clintons fall on? Who would Bill Clinton fall on? Who would Hillary Rodham? If Hillary Rodham wants the Clinton, take two, live. If Hillary Rodham Clinton wants my vote, who would she vote for? Like if people asked her what side was she on, Team Cap or Team Iron Man, who would she vote for? Who would she side on?
You gotta vote on the side of keeping every American safe, and of course it's gotta be Iron Man. Besides, I think Tony Stark gave a little bit to the Clinton Foundation, if you get my drift. and he always gets the greatest interns to volunteer.
Jesus.
Oh my God, I love those interns.
Did any of the interns have blue dresses, Mr. President?
Well, it depends. Red, white, blue. It does. Oh, I actually prefer white. It hides certain things. But anyways, hey, René, I gotta go on another campaign stop. I'm gonna be campaigning for the rally for single mothers for Hillary Clinton. Oh my God, single mothers. Oh, God bless them. Talk to you soon, guys.
And there he is. There's our Mr. President right there.
God help me, I love that guy.
Me too. If he would go for third term, I'd vote for Mr. Bill Clinton.
No,
4 more years. 4 more years. Where were we, CJ? I'm gonna keep recording this. This is gonna be recorded. I think this is awesome. I think we should do it every episode. We go live with this on Facebook for FTC.
Whatever. Sounds good.
Where were we? What was the question again?
What side are you on?
Oh yeah, I told you Team Cap.
Did you?
Yeah, I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did.
The president. You don't have the same answers in front of the president as you have in front of me.
All right, fine.
You know?
All right, fine. I'll be Team Lewinsky. All right. No,
Okay.
Here's the thing. I'm Team Cap, and I think he brought up a good point in the movie, was that people have agendas, and if they decide that the average can't go to this place where the people are needed for political agendas, I think that's harmful. And whereas Iron Man thing with it, we have to blame the ship. We have to shift the blame to someone else. And I'm getting kind of sick and tired of Iron Man always fracking up. Dang it! I'm gonna have to edit that out. Fracking up and having the agenda to clean up their mess, which happened again. That what bugged me about this movie was that no one said, remember how you created Ultron and caused all this issue to happen in Sokovia? We're in this mess because of you. Like, you were the biggest reason for this mess, you know?
Someone did say that. That black lady at the beginning of the movie that
But
was
she didn't say
waiting.
but she didn't say Ultron though. She said Sokovia. Did she know that Tony Stark built Ultron?
Does it matter?
Yeah.
It doesn't. He owned it. He owned his responsibility. So
But
why
he
does
was-
it matter that people say it?
But he was passing the blame to someone else though. That was reason for for signing the accord was to blame someone else. Like pretty much he said,
No, he was looking for absolution. He was looking for a way to atone for what he did. He said that in front of everybody. I'm looking for this way to atone for what he did. He realized that it was his mistake. He even said, "Hey, my fault." Oh, and then Ultron happened. My fault. I did that. He says that in the movie. That's a line.
but here's the thing though. But then they need to go and then have someone else clean up your mess. Isn't that kind of
was
what the accord
someone
was though?
What?
Isn't that what the accord was though? If they would sign the accords, they would be held responsible to a government body. But isn't that them kind of passing the blame to someone else?
Them being held responsible. The thing is, so what should they do? Be in jail, I guess. Then
Are you gonna stop me again the second time? I think the first question was better.
I'm just saying, like you said,
Yeah, no.
pass the blame. He's looking for absolution. He's looking for a way. He even says, we deserve to be accountable, whatever form that takes. I'm game." That's what he said. Now, obviously, you feel like signing the accords is passing the buck. To him, that's trying to atone for what he did. So what do you want him to do? You want him to get executed? You want him to go to jail? Like what is
Kinda,
atonement for?
little bit, yeah, little bit,
Yeah.
little bit. I mean, if you think
want
about
him
it
to
though.
die just a little bit.
Wait, what?
You want him to die just a little
A
bit.
little bit. Out of 100%,
No.
10%.
Okay.
I mean, no. I mean, I wasn't a fan of because here's the goal. The reason they can't do Civil War in the Marvel like they did in the comic books was because everyone has secret identity, whereas in the comic books, it was superhero education. You have to tell them your identity, right? So there's no identity. Everyone knows who each superhero is in this movie.
Right.
Okay. I thought, okay, here we go. I forgot about this the first time we taped this. Didn't tape it. The ending. I'm gonna keep bringing it up. Because I'm horrible like that. Zemo. What was Zemo's plan overall at the end? That kind of, to me, I said the first time, was a little bit foggy. But what did you think about Zemo this time?
I thought, as far as Zemo, I thought that Zemo wasn't necessarily, and it's a problem that like a lot of people have with Marvel villains, right? They're a little underwhelming.
Uh-huh.
The characters themselves in the movie are usually nuanced and thought out, and they're going through like these weird character journeys that are nice and they work well.
CJ, I think we lost you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call CJ again. So, I'm going to make this call right now. We lost our star.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. I ended the Facebook Live. We were getting good, CJ.
All right.
We can't see you.
Do you see me?
No, I see your circle.
Wait.
I don't see your beautiful face.
What about now?
Yeah, I see you now. Yeah, there you are. You're back up.
All right. I blame Hillary Clinton for this. So, anyways, what I was saying is, as far as are we going here? Or
Yeah, we're
what?
going. We're going.
Okay. So what I was saying about Zemo is I feel like he wasn't necessarily a stellar villain.
Uh-huh.
He was in here to do one thing. He was like a regular guy. Well, he wasn't. He was more than a regular guy.
Right.
But he was just in here to do one thing. He had one goal in mind.
Mhm.
That was just to get the proof that the Winter Soldier killed Tony Stark's parents, right?
Uh-huh.
That's that one thing he was trying to do. I don't think that makes him a great villain. I do think it makes him the perfect villain for this movie, though. End sentence.
No, I did that for dramatic effect. I wanted to be like, I'm gonna see what happens. But here's the thing, though, and we said previously. But the events were already in motion, though, or like the accords were set in motion. But because what happened was when Scarlet Witch accidentally killed those bystanders, which always seems to be happening in superhero movies, I don't know why Batman vs Superman don't have signed any accords. There she is, Miss Elizabeth. What's her name again?
Olsen.
Yes. Huh? Why do you know that? I'm just kidding.
Because I exist on the planet.
When they have casualties, it's the accords were already set in motion. It felt like okay. Here's the thing. So do you think that Zemo? I felt now thinking about it again a couple times. Zemo was taking advantage of the situation that they caused in Lagos, or was he already going to try to destroy them from the inside?
I believe that he was already going to try and destroy him from the inside. I feel like what happened. I feel like the events that happened in Lagos, that's the norm for the Avengers.
Right.
And that's the point of the videos that Secretary Ross was showing them. That's the whole point of the Accords, is that this is the Avengers' norm. This isn't something that just happened. So let's do something about it. No, like every time the Avengers get together and save the world, they destroy a bunch of stuff. Not them, but as a result of their fighting, a bunch of stuff is destroyed and left in their wake. Something has to be done about this. We can't just let this happen.
Right. Okay. So here's the thing. I thought he was a great villain. I thought he was the most, out of Loki, he's the most second, he is also a very human villain. You understand his cause. Black Panther was chasing, I heard something inside of the studio that made me laugh. Black Panther, dad gets killed. And then he's going after Bucky the whole time. Where was it going with this? It was better the first time. Black Panther was thrown in. He was awesome, but again, he was chasing Bucky the whole time. Do you think it was fair for him, for him to go after Bucky? Just I don't know where I'm going with this, CJ. I'm sorry.
Well, he wanted revenge, right? Black Panther wanted revenge,
right?
Yeah. So that's his whole deal. You know, I don't know how to help you because I don't know where you're going.
I don't know where I'm going. I said I don't know, But okay. Go ahead.
So let me ask you the question. I asked you before, apparently.
The first time. Yeah.
We're both time remnants now, so we're doomed.
So are we gonna? Yeah. So we're gonna die, right?
Okay. So as far as filmmaking goes, right? We know how that works. We know how writing works. We know that villains, the reason that the villains can be beat is because they don't change. They want this, right. We talk about the idea of want versus need, right?
Right.
The hero has a want, they have a need. They're start of the movie, they're going after their want. They realize that their want isn't as important as what they need. Once they achieve their need, then they have the strength to defeat the villain, right? And it's the villain's inability to change and see that his need is greater than his want that makes them the villain and makes them able to be beaten, right?
Right.
So in this movie, it's Captain America: Civil War. Everybody has this meaningful arc. Not Zemo. He does the same thing. He's a villain, right? And he's beaten because of it. Because he can't overcome his need. I love that picture.
Me too.
Showing, right? But then we have everyone else has this meaningful arc where they change, where they recognize why they should be better than what they are, except Captain America. Captain America doesn't change. He doesn't change what he's doing, his tactics. He doesn't break, he doesn't bend. And because of him, all of this happens. All of this mishaps happen because he can't conform to sign things. Now the heroes have to fight. Now that him and Bucky beat up a bunch of cops. Now all of the Avengers team gets arrested and they're now considered criminals. Is Captain America the villain of this movie?
No, because Captain America he's always in the comic books the same guy. He never changes. He's like, I gotta do what's right. It's my way. It's almost what I believe is right. I'm gonna do. I wasn't stumped this time, CJ.
So how is that different from Victor Von Doom or Magneto?
Because he
or
was the
any
American.
other villain who thinks they're right in their own eyes?
Because he wears the American flag. That's why. No. Those, but in all seriousness, talking about fictional characters, that's a very good point. You stumped me the first time. I'm not as stumped this time around. But
I'm waiting.
I'm answering. Jesus. Give me 2 minutes. You're right. I think you could argue that he is a villain, though. But his goal was to save Bucky. Like that was his whole mission. To be honest, is to save. That was his mission, to save Bucky. And it's even I think it would be way too fast. Even a continuation of Winter Soldier of him trying to get Bucky back. Do you agree with that? Disagree?
I would agree with that. But here's the thing. Where's the line? Would he have killed Tony to stop Tony from killing Bucky?
I think he would have. But here's the thing. Iron Man
would that not make...
But Tony was also going to kill Bucky if Captain didn't stop him.
Yeah, he was.
So then they're both bad guys. Oh, who's stumped now? Who's stumped now, CJ?
I am not stumped. I refuse to accept stump it too.
I'm waiting.
No, what I mean, but you get what I'm saying. Like like Rhodey says it in the movie. That is dangerously arrogant thinking to Cap. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a valid point.
Him right? He's right just because he's right. He's right just because he's Cap. Like,
but who
doesn't make mistakes?
But that's what makes them human characters. They're flaws. But no, you're right. Yeah, it is digitally ignorant, but it is No, you didn't stop me. I'm still talking. No, it is digitally ignorant though, but it is. We're seeing the story through Captain America's eyes, right? So we're understanding his motivation, why he's doing this, right? So we're following his journey, his story. Not all stories or all movies need to have a character arc, right? Like, I don't think that's been a thing. Like, I guess if we were arguing about Spider-Man his turn was that he didn't save his uncle from being killed, so he changed because he started being proactive. But that carries on to all the other characters, all the other story arcs, in the movies. Spider-Man has always been burdened by it. My uncle died. I didn't save my uncle. Same thing with Tony Stark. He's cleaning up his mess in every single movie. CJ?
Right. Yeah, I'm here, buddy.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts?
They all have separate arcs. Yeah, they're all aiming at this. They're all the same person. Like, you're never not gonna be Renee. I'm never not gonna be CJ. But we do grow. We do learn.
Right.
Lessons. You know what I mean? There are very specific lessons that they learn in each movie that causes them to grow.
Yeah. So
they're still the person.
So I think there's a good question that you asked, CJ, because apparently we're out of time. And I'm making sure that we are recording, yes. So this time for realsies. Thank you to the crew. Thank you to our director, our technical director, our graphics, our audio, and our camera person for director. Thank you, CJ, for joining us. Audience, what do you think? We have a Facebook page. It's not here, but it's Frack The Canon on Facebook. Go find it or don't. It's America. Do what you want. Thank you for joining us. See you next time. CJ.
Yeah.